Welcome to News Insight. Babolo and Edo State. Managing the local government.
Don't leave my state alone.
We are leaving it alone, but the state do not want to be left alone, unfortunately. No, there is this Supreme Court judgment about the autonomy of local government. Are we taking it lightly? Are we undermining Supreme Court judgment? Philip, let me start from you.
Thank you very much. You see, this is the APC government we have today. You know, they speak something in the morning, they do something different in the afternoon, and they say something different in the evening. They were the one that went to court, and they said they want the autonomy of the local government. And this is APC state, Edo State, and this APC governor. You know, they were duly elected council chairmen. This APC government has removed them from office.
They were elected just few months to the...
Yeah, but
they were only elected.
They were elected.
They were elected.
And the judgment they procured at the Supreme Court says that no state shall have state fund without having elected local government chairman in place.
Yes.
That any state that fails to do that will not receive allocation. This is their own state.
Some of us, just few days ago, this judgment affected River State.
Exactly.
So you can't be having different judgments.
That's why I said. That's why I said
there's different applications.
This is the APC that we say something in the morning, they do something different in the afternoon. In the evening, they say something different from what they have said both in the morning and in the afternoon, provided it suits them right. So this is what is playing out in Edo State.
Is it really suiting them right? No legacy. I mean,
so long as,
not ending
so long as they feel satisfied within themselves, so it suits them right.
Kingsley, apart from being your state, do you like a situation where the local government chairmen are not in place, or the local government is being governed by the person who is even governing the local government in your state at the moment?
Okay, so right now, what they try to do, they try to come through the back door to bring in authority through the back door. So they cutted most of them were, all the local government executive were elected on the platform of PDP.
Yeah.
So they did a political rigmaroling and make sure that the constituted legislature, the speaker of the legislature, took over the authority in the local government, so that it will not be as if they put the PS there. That's the
HPM.
HPM, yes. So that's what they did. It's a bunch of illegality that they parade, and that's what we are saying.
What is the problem with having PDP elected chairman in place? Are they not from Edo?
Oh, no, there's no problem.
Those chairmen, are they not from Edo?
There's no problem. You see, those are the things that we're talking about. The autonomy of the local government doesn't have to be with just allocation of funds.
Exactly.
The autonomy of the local government also has to do with elective...
and administration.
Yes. The governor should not have the authority to be the one to conduct the local government election. Until this is done, the local government will be in a quagmire.
Because the authority that conducts election is from the state.
It's from the state. And the state governor is the one that elected.
Okay,
actually, what happens is that they don't conduct election at the local government level. They just sit down and write results. And you find out that the opposition step back and they just allow them to do what they want.
So what, in this case of Edo State, let me use the opportunity, let's digress slightly. People have been clamoring for a specific body, not like INEC is doing better. Even the INEC is not doing better. A national body that is saddled with the responsibility of conducting local government election generally. Do you think something like that will help?
Well, that was a bit before the National Assembly. But for me, that is not the solution to the problem, because we are not isolation in the world. They are all over the world. State governors conduct local elections. The question is, what is wrong with our people? Why do we want to have it all? What do they understand by the word democracy? Democracy is a government that has all inclusiveness.
Yes.
It's not government of some specific persons or a party that is in power must have it all. No. There should be diverse voices speaking on the same issue.
And as a matter of fact, like I just asked you before, what is Obebolo's concern in local government?
Okay, so I will come to that. Let me speak shortly on... now, all over the world, state government don't conduct election. even all over the world, federal government also don't conduct elections.
That's right.
The way we have in Nigeria.
That's right.
The body that conducts the election are independently chosen, and their funds are allocated to them, not with like in Nigeria now you have a INEC chairman be chosen by the president. No, the president doesn't have that power.
Yeah.
In real democracies, there are structures to which these people come into power. So in the state, it should also be like that. The state government should not be the one to conduct election. There should be a body that will choose these people.
I like the line you are doing. Rather than relying on the state governor being a nice man,
exactly,
it should be controlled by the law.
No, we don't.
Not being able to have power.
Yes.
But
now,
let me control by local government.
I want to come here. I want to clarify something.
Yeah.
When I mean all over the world, like you said, it is a election that is controlled by a law instituted body.
Yeah.
For instance, who conduct election in the United States? The Secretary of the State
The
Government.
Secretary General of the State
Government.
Secretary to the State Government.
You see, it's still
and
the
that Secretary to the State Government is elected.
So when we say it is the state government, it's still a government institution. We are not saying that the governor should be the person that is conducting the election.
Okay.
What is governance? Governance
But the one we have here,
is different.
It's an arm of the state.
It's an arm of the state.
So people are saying,
when you use the word independent,
they are not independent.
That is the problem.
So
we call them independent, whereas they are not independent.
But in Britain, for example, they are independent.
Oh, yes.
But here, the state government is saddled with the authority.
Now let's talk.
Now let me tell you what all the governors.
Yeah.
You see, I've always said it, and I'll keep on saying it. One of the bane of the reason why we have these democratic flaws in our country are the governors. I've always said it to an extent. Whether it's a federating state or a confederating state, the states are autonomous in a very particular sense. You and I know that the governor of a state can sign contract in billions, and the person will be paid overnight. The due process they even follow at the federal level is not at the state. Now, what they do is that the money of the state, of the local government, goes to them, and as a reason of the fact that they are the one that put the local government chairman in place.
Okay, now we are talking about laws. There is a Supreme Court judgment and it's a law.
Yes.
And yet this is happening in Edo State. So at the end of the day, in as much as we might not queue on what you have said, our people also need that education.
Exactly. Now, what do they need to do? The state governor, why is he bent on removing the state? And I told you something. I spoke to some of them before the governor came on the saddle. I said, one of the things he must not do, he must not remove the local government chairman.
Philip, what is the next best? I'll come back to you. What is the next best help for this elected local government chairman that their tenure is being trampled upon, that the opportunity given to them to serve their people is being truncated?
You see, if you ask me what is the best option is reside with the people, because what we are suffering in Nigeria is failure of institution. No matter what you think about it, we have very good laws, but these laws are not being respected. They are not being obeyed. Anybody that comes into office find a way of breaking the law. Until the people rise and fight to ensure the institution works, we will remain where we are. Imagine an APC-led government went to court on the guide of having autonomous local government just because they found that some states are not within their confine. So they want to clip the wing of those states. They said, okay, if you don't have elected officers in the local government, you won't get fund. Now, here is their own state, APC state, that went to court and got judgment. They are disobeying the court order. That's why the PDP in Edo State said that, look, it is they commended the Attorney General of the Federation that you have done well, but you see what you have done. You have made statement. It shouldn't stop at statement. It should take action against the government. Allow me to say. He said, look, you should take a step of commit against government. A contempt court order against this governor who has refused to obey court order.
But the governor has immunity.
Okay, so the governor has immunity. But I want to add something.
Yeah.
Where is the voice of the Supreme Court?
I'm coming. The other day, Wike was rejoicing.
Yes.
That allocation to his state will be by the federal government.
Barbaric act.
So why is federal government releasing allocation to Edo State?
So that's what I'm saying. Where is the Supreme Court? Where is
The Supreme Court have rendered their judgment.
They have rendered their judgment. They should also lend a voice.
No, it's the federal government that should
so
obey.
Where is the Minister and Attorney General of the Federation?
Yes.
He has lent his voice. So why are they not? The president came out.
No, I think the last I know, the Attorney General of the Federation lent his voice in support of the Supreme Court.
So why are they not withdrawn their?
So now that's
why are they not withdrawn their allocation?
That's what I'm asking.
Now the Tinubu came out and said that the Supreme Court's judgment concerning Rivers should be respected. Has it come out and told Okpebholo that the Supreme Court judgment on local government autonomy of funds should be respected? No, because it's an APC state and they choose what they want to do, when they want to do it, and how they want to do it. The rule of law must be the rule of law, not the rule of APC and the rule of any other party.
Okay, we appear to not have any governor that is actually being tried in Nigeria for what they did when they were in power, that immunity covered them. The only one we had recently that turned to be theater, drama was Yaya Bello. He actually came to EFCC. They said we didn't like the manner in which you came.
Let me give you a brief rundown.
And he was a wanted person. How do we bring our law to work?
We cannot bring them under justice because of massive corruption. A former governor of Taraba State, Jolly Iyam, he was sentenced. But of course, light sentencing. Former governor of Plateau State, Joshua Dariye, was sentenced. Lucky Gbinedion was sentenced and was asked to pay only 3 million naira.
He was sentenced for 6 months.
Or pay 3 million naira. It was an option of fine. And he never went to say. What happens is that these governors have massive money. I mean, humongous amount of money.
In this case,
the question you asked,
yes.
say what need to be done.
Yes.
I've said it before now, and I'm saying it again. It is only when the people insist on institution that works, and this judge must be seen working. That is only when
these people we talk about most times, they are partisan too.
Yes.
When you go to Edo State now, you have some who support APC, and they think the governor should throw those corrupt chairmen away.
Yes.
You have those who support PDP. Most of these people you look at that are interested in politics are partisan. So how do we bring them together to see the truth beyond their politics?
You see, the sad aspect is even within the so-called PDP enclave, like I said, the leader of the house were PDP elected councillors. They've been bought over, and now they are doing the bidding of the governor. So, you see, I think the Nigerian people, I'm sorry to say, like, what is this name? There's this man that, Atiku spokesman that switched to...
Boala.
No, that switched to Kwankwaso.
Okay. Galadima.
He said Nigeria has not suffered enough.
Yes.
I'm re-echoing his word. When they suffered enough, when the suffering is enough for them, they will insist on the right. They haven't suffered.
Let me tell you, there's something that I was talking with Shori. There's something he said. Shori said that yesterday they visited the NYC girl, that whatever happened. He said upon all the people he called, nobody wanted to come out. He said if they had 1,000, he said they could even get 200. He said, but he told the way. There is something he's also said to me off camera, and which I think I believe in. Nigeria is like a conquered, they are like a conquered people.
That's why I said they have not suffered enough.
Yes, they are. Listen, I've made this analogy before. You put a fly here, and you put a lid. It gets up over time, and it hits the lid. Yeah. After a while, when you remove the lid,
they can't even get out of there. Because they are used to it.
That's where we are right now. Until that break away.
But in this case now, Edo State chapter of PDP are not acting conquered. They are calling on the Attorney General of the Federation to do something.
This is not the first time.
Still want to get out of
this is not the first time they are calling on them. This matter didn't start
But what else do you want them to do?
So why the Attorney General of the Federation? What's the answer?
Each time the chairmen have attempted to resume duties, they have always been chasing
talks, not police. Talks.
God will flog them.
Talks.
What they can't.
How do we have a uniform implementation of Supreme Court judgment?
Well, do we really have judgments and implementation again in this country? You see, the Supreme Court is such a funny institution today because we had occasion where we have the same subject matter before the Supreme Court, and we have diverse judgment emanating from the same Supreme Court. And we have also had, between me and you, where Supreme Court judgment that has been thrown out, the president is saying that it must be obeyed because it's a Supreme Court judgment. Then we are here in Edo State, there's a Supreme Court judgment, nothing is being said of it being obeyed. So where are we? You see, that's why he said we are conquered people. Until we feel the pain like Syria and chased them out of the presidential palace, we won't go to where we're going.
Okay, and this case in particular, I think there's a court case that was initiated.
Yes.
So the court case allowed status quo to be maintained
on a normal day.
What is their understanding of status quo?
But most of the time when they take on to the reign of power, they act like dictators, and that's what they do. And
so
these
what
people
is
have
their own understanding of status quo?
that they should keep on that according to the Commissioner of Information, is that the state governor reported this matter to the assembly, and assembly has the right.
He said it was not the governor that removed them. He only reported the matter to the assembly.
And the assembly doesn't have the right.
And he even went further to say that it was the council that impeached them. They didn't do anything. So they are trying to say that what was done rightly.
So the councillor impeached all of them.
I said we are
all of them. 18 local government commit the same offense, and they say all the councillors in the 18 local government agreed to impeach their chairman.
And let me also tell you something about the state. A lot of the PDP House of Assembly members have decamped to
that
APC.
is the lame.
Is that not what I said before?
So it becomes difficult that rather than wait and stand in opposition, you shift to the winning part.
Infrastructure.
I mean,
that's what
would be denied a state legislator of being in opposition? Maybe chairmanship of committees. You can still serve your people.
No. You see, the decamping comes with a lot of largesse. And the largesse, one of it is physical clash.
Time is against us. In this case, let me ask you, Philip, so that we wrap it up. If the Attorney General of the Federation says nothing, and the federal government does nothing, what would Edo State chapter of PDP do?
You know, the Attorney General has said that the chairman should be reinstated, and the governor has disobeyed.
Yeah, they do not.
Well, you know, we are not in Banana Republic. Like the PDP has said that if they threaten illegal action, they will go back to the court and see what they can achieve.
Kingsley, do you see the state chairman, the elected state chairman that were removed, coming back?
The local government chairman?
The local government chairman.
No, for where? How? To where? Well, all of them, they should continue. PDP did it in their own illegal way. APC are there now, so they are doing it.
Too wrong, never make it right.
Of course. Yeah. No, I'm not for it. But I'm just saying that whichever way, all of them, they are birds of the same feather.
And we don't want any of those feathers.
We don't exactly.
We don't want.
Maybe that's why we want a neutral party.
Rescue Nigeria.
Rescue Nigeria.
SDP come to the rescue.
Well, if you are campaigning for
that, you campaign for SDP, that's fine. So that they can pay us. They can pay me now.
No, I'm not campaigning, but I'm saying
they are birds of the same feathers.
We don't want any of those
feathers.
Flagrant disobedience to constitution.
Local government chairman should be the one manning the local government, not the state legislator, not even the councillors. There is position for everybody. People should remain their position as elected, and that is what the Supreme Court judgment says. I think we should keep to that. This is still News Insight. We'll be right back.